Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all doing well. Today, let us study the topic of markets around us. In this particular topic, we are studying about how markets around us, how it works, and how different types of markets are seen in our neighborhood or different places. Why the introduction of social and political life or civics is done to you? Very purpose of introduction of civics or the social and political life purely for the purpose of educating you related to the day-to-day lives in the society. So, it is very important that you have to understand the concept of civic society, how the things work in a market, or how you involve yourself in understanding the basic concepts of civic society. Today, let us understand the key notes about chapter number 8, that is market around us. A market is a place where buyer and seller are involved in the sale and the purchase of goods. It established a link between the producer and the consumer. So, it's a link between producer and the consumer. A weekly market is so called because it is held on a specific day of a week. That's why it is called as weekly market. Weekly market do not have permanent shops. So weekly market, they don't have fixed place or shops. So since they don't have permanent shops, they sell the products in a cheaper rate. Weekly market do not have permanent shops. There are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirements. Traders set up shops for the day and close them up in the evening. So what happened in the weekly market, Sunday market or a weekly market? Traders at the end of the day, leftover commodities he packed and moved to the next place and then for the next day marketing. So that's the reason why traders set up shops for the day and close them in the evening. Many things are available in the weekly market at a cheaper rate. So in a weekly market, many things are available in a cheaper rate. I told you what is the reason. The reason is mainly because of the no need of having a building, taxes and other major establishment issues. Weekly market even have a large number of shops selling the same goods, which means there is a competition among them. We discussed about the topic of monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly. Monopoly is nothing but a single seller in the market. That is called monopoly. That is not a good one, because in a monopoly competition is always high. Duopoly, two are involved. Oligopoly means more than two are involved. Always consumer get the best of service when the competition is more. So when the competition is more, naturally we get product for a competitive price. One advantage of weekly market is most of the things of need are available in one place. That is the advantage of a weekly market. Moving to next, that is shops in neighborhood. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhood. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhood. We may buy milk from the dairy, grocery from the departmental stores. These shops are useful as they are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. So we can visit any day of the week in that particular place. There are other markets, that is when we speak about shopping complex. Shopping complex. What is shopping complex? There are other markets in urban areas which have many shops at one place called shopping complex. In many urban areas, we also have multi-storied air-conditioned building with shops on a different floors as malls. So in these urban markets, we get both branded and non-branded goods. So what is shopping complex? Shopping complex is nothing but a place where we get lot of variety and we also can purchase branded and non-branded products in any area. That means maybe in textiles or any other grocery issues and all. Chain of market. The person in between the producer and final are the traders. Whenever we speak, a person who produce very rarely directly sell the products in the market. So between the producer and the consumer, there is always a middleman called seller or trader. The trader is a person who makes the maximum benefit because he is a link between producer and the consumer. The people in between producer and the final consumer are traders. The person who produces goods is a producer. The person who buys goods from him is a wholesaler. So person who produces goods is called as producer, and a wholesale dealer purchase goods in bulk order or in a large scale. The wholesaler gives The wholesaler gives the traders who gives it to the consumer. So wholesaler gives it to consumer, and this trader is known as a retail seller. The retailer could be trader in a weekly market, hawker, neighborhood shops, or owner in a shopping complex. So a retailer, a person, maybe anyone who sells the product in a different places. Moving to market everywhere. All market work in a space in a particular manner and time. Everything like buying, selling take place in a different ways, not necessarily through the shops in the market. Of course, today we have the online marketing system where we trust the online marketing system. One of the greatest revolution in the online marketing system, the brand called Amazon sells the product in a large scale, and we purchase the products without having any doubt. That is the trust which created by that particular brand. So buying and selling, not necessarily that it is done only in a shops. So today we purchase or we do shopping by using our mobile. There are even markets we may not aware of it. This is because large number of goods that we don't use directly but also bought and sold. For example, a car factory purchases engine parts, gears, petrol tanks, axles, wheels, etc. from various other factories. We, however, do not get to know about either the manufacturer or the seller who is involved in it. This is very common that when we purchase any two-wheeler or a four-wheeler vehicle, naturally a lot of people are involved in the manufacturing of vehicles. Not only, for example, you see the car tires or the bike tires generally belongs to a different company. Maruti don't have its own rubber factory, so naturally it depends on MRF or Apollo or any other Bridgestone tire companies for the car tires. So naturally, not only tires, axles or tanks, paints, etc. So many traders are involved in this particular activity. So naturally, when we purchase, but we purchase as a unit. For example, you purchase a bike, you purchase that bike as a unit. The spare parts of that bike maybe belongs to a different company. That is what it is all about. So this is about the chapter number 8, that is markets around us. Don't worry, the chapter may be for the purpose of revision, so you have enough time, because till now your examination dates are not fixed. Let us move to chapter number 9, that is a shirt in a market. Chapter number 9, a shirt in the market. This deals with the steps involved in making of a shirt. That is, should be a making of a shirt, not marking. A cotton farmer in Kurnool. A small farmer grows cotton from a small piece of land. Once the harvest is done, cotton balls are collected. These are taken to the local trader, as the farmer had borrowed money from the trader who buy seeds, fertilizers, etc. for cultivation. Even though the market price is high, the trader buys it from meager price from the farmer. Cloth market of Erode. A bi-weekly market of Erode in Tamil Nadu is one of the biggest cloth market in the world. Clothes made by weavers from all over comes here for sale. Instruction about the type of clothes to be made is given in advance. The weavers get yarn from merchants and supply them the cloth. It saves money as a weavers as they do not have to buy yarn. Likewise, the problem of selling clothes is also taken care of. Since weavers do not know the price of the cloth, they are at a loss and get very small amount. A garment exporting factory near Delhi. Erode merchants sent the clothes to the garment export center in Delhi. The garment factory makes shirt to be sold to the chain of business from US and Europe. They set standards of quality and time. Faced with the pressure, the garment center tries to extract maximum work from their work orders at the lowest cost. Most hired workers are temporary and yet get very low salary. The shirts sent from garment export centers are sold in dollars in the US market. The shirt sold for 200 rupees by the garment export sells at the 1200 in US. Thus, a chain of market links the producer of a cotton to the buyer at the supermarket. Market and equality. Foreign business made huge profit in the market. Garment manufacturers make moderate profits. Weavers at Erode market and small farmers don't make huge profit. Poor people have no option but to depend on rich. Poor are exploited in the market. Law should be made to protect the interest of weavers and small farmers. So we completed the key notes of the two chapters. Chapter 8, markets around us. And chapter 9. chapter 9. So cadets, please write down the notes. Wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Thank you.